What's going on, everybody? This is Deshaun Two Raw, host of the Belt to the Bus YouTube channel, and today we're going to be going over my NBA picks and predictions for tonight's NBA action. Had a solid day betting yesterday. NBA was all right. Hit on my play of the day, which was Denver minus 12.5. It looked a little shaky at first. Denver was a little overwhelming in the first half against Golden State. At one point, they were even down 13 to Golden State at home, in which that just shouldn't happen. But thankfully, second half, Denver came out and put belt to ass. So thank you to Denver. Brooklyn on the money line, absolutely cashed. Orlando is officially on the do not bet list. Orlando stinks. It's as simple as that. They're not a good team. Orlando is not a good team at all. At all. They suck. Shout out to my San Antonio Spurs getting the dub, putting belt to ass to Milwaukee Bucks. Thank you to them. Thank you, OKC. Getting the late cover against the New York Knicks. I had a minus 8.5. They won by 11. Appreciate you. So, to every team that is, thank you to the Orlando Magic. Yeah, put a fork in them. Good night. But let's get into these picks. First game up, we got the Philadelphia 76ers at the Miami Heat. Oh, yeah. Miami Heat, trash. Trash as fuck. They sold me too against Indiana. Trash ass bitches. But we got the Sixers and the Heat. 7 o'clock p.m. EST. Sixers 2.5-point road favorites for a good reason. Over under 246.5. Let me look at what I have for this game. For the Sixers, Janai Broome is out. For the Heat, Norman Powell is a game time decision. For the Sixers, winners of 4 out of their last 5 games. They're currently on a 2-game winning streak. This would be their second straight road game. For the Heat, 1-4 in their last 5 games. They just came off of a significant road stand. This will be their first home game since March the 23rd. They're currently on a 2-game losing streak, and they're on the back end of a back-to-back with travel. These two teams have already played twice this season. The season series is tied 1-1. Miami got a 127-117 win in Philly on November 23rd. Then Philadelphia got their get back. They got a 124-117 win in Philadelphia on February 26th. It would be Philly for me. Philadelphia's fully healthy. Tyrese Maxey, Paul George, Joel Embiid. They're playing really, really good basketball right now. Really, really good. And the Heat is still stinking up the joint. They're still stinking it up, and they're on the back end of a back-to-back with travel. Not a good spot for them. And the Heat have just been bad. Yes, they are a significantly better home team than they are a road team, but Philadelphia is pretty good on the road. Philadelphia is not bad on the road. They actually have a winning record on the road. And Philadelphia comes in here with the rest advantage. Like I said, Philadelphia is fully healthy. I like Philadelphia. You can get Philadelphia minus 2.5 right now for plus 100 on ESPN Bet not ESPN Bet. You can get that on DraftKings. Excuse me. Minus 2.5 or plus 100. I wouldn't mind that either, but my official play on this game is the under 246.5. I think the total is too high. In both meetings, it has not crossed that total of 246.5. The highest it's gotten is 244. I think it stays under here. Like I said, Miami on the back end of a back-to-back with travel, they have not been playing well. Yes, I know both of these teams can score. Philadelphia's defense is definitely terrible, but I just feel like we're going to get a good showing from both of these teams. And like I said, I can't back Miami at all. Excuse me, I can't back Miami. So it'd be Philadelphia, later 2.5, but my main play is the under 246.5 in this one. Next game up, we got the Boston Celtics at the Atlanta Hawks, 7:30 p.m. EST. Hawks 1.5-point home favorites, over under 222.5. For the Celtics, Jason Tatum is a game-time decision. Derek White is a game-time decision. Jaylen Brown is a game-time decision. For the Hawks, fully healthy. For the Celtics, winners of 4 out of their last 5 games. This will be their second straight road game. They're currently on a 3-game winning streak. but they are on the back end of a back-to-back with travel. For the Hawks, winners of 4 out of their last 5 games. This will be their second straight home game. They're currently on a 1-game losing streak. These two teams have already met 3 times this season. Boston leads the season series 2-1. Boston got a 132-106 win in Atlanta on January 17th. Atlanta got their get back. They got a 117-106 win in Boston on January 28th. Then Boston followed it up and got a 109-102 win on March 27th. It would be Hawks for me just because I don't like the spot for Boston. Yes, I know Jaylen Brown and Derek White both did not play yesterday. There's a chance that they do play today and that Jason Tatum plays today. But like I said, they are on the back end of a back-to-back with travel. Hawks have the rest advantage. This is a revenge game, losing the previous game in Boston on March 27th. So literally, like, it's the 30th. They played 3 days ago and they lost. So this is a quick revenge angle for the Hawks at home where they play their better brand of basketball, catching Boston on the back end of a back-to-back with travel. I think this is a really, really, really good spot for Atlanta. And Atlanta's favored for a reason. Atlanta is favored for a reason. Granted, I would wait because once Jaylen Brown and Derek White both get ruled in, I think money will come on Boston. So I really do think this is a good angle for Atlanta. And like I said, I was on Boston yesterday, -1.5 in Charlotte. They got the job done. But now I'm going to fade them here. So give me the Hawks, -1.5. This most likely will be a game that I will not bet. I may bet it. I don't know. But I do think the Hawks get it done. So give me the Hawks. I'll lay the 1.5 at home. In this one, next one up, we got the Chicago Bulls at my favorite team, the San Antonio Spurs, 8 o'clock p.m. EST. Spurs, 18.5-point home favorites, over under 244.5. For the Bulls, Mac McClung is out. Anthony Simons is out. Yabusele is a game-time decision. Nick Richards is a game-time decision. And Jaden Ivey is out. For the Spurs, fully healthy. For the Bulls, 1-4 in their last 5 games. This will be their 4th straight road game. They're currently on a 3-game losing streak. For the Spurs, clean sweep, 5 wins out of 5. We just came off of a significant road stand. This will be our first home game since March the 21st. We are winners of 5 out of our last 5 games. We have matched up once this season. San Antonio leads the season series 1-0. We got a 121-117 win in Chicago on November 10th. Now coming to San Antonio. Like I said, both of us haven't played since 28th, so there's no really rest advantage angle here. But if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Give me Spurs, lay at 18.5. And I just want to bring up in 3 of our last 5 games, granted they were all road games, we've won by 20-plus points. And it's a kind of a coincidence. Both of our home games against Phoenix and Indiana, we beat Phoenix by 1 at home, and we beat Indiana by 15. So that does make a little angle for Chicago, but Chicago's not good. Chicago's not good. We're back in the Frost Bank Center. We're back in front of our fans and stuff like that. I'm going to lay it with San Antonio. I'm going to lay the 18.5. Like I said, until it don't work, no more. Just keep betting it. Just keep cashing it easy. I think this should be a 20-plus point victory. We're not going to sit right here and fuck around with the Bulls here. Bulls are trash. So give me the Spurs. I'm going to lay the 18.5 at home. In this one, next game up, we got the Phoenix Suns at the Memphis Grizzlies, 8 o'clock p.m. EST. Suns, 13.5-point road favorites, over under 229.5. For the Suns, Mark Williams is out, Dylan Brooks is out, Haywood Highsmith is out, and Amir Coffey is out. For the Grizzlies, Jalen Wells is out. Javon Small is listed as doubtful per ESPN. Ty Jerome is out. Giroux is a game-time decision. And Taj Gibson is listed as doubtful per ESPN. For the Suns, winners of 2 out of their last 5 games. They're coming off a pretty significant homestand. This will be their first road game since March the 19th. They're currently on a one-game winning streak for the Grizzlies, 1-4 in their last 5 games. This would be their 4th straight home game. They are currently on a one-game winning streak. These two teams have already matched up twice this season. The season series is tied 1-1. Memphis got a 114-113 win in Phoenix on October 29th. Then Phoenix got their get back. They got a 117-98 win in Memphis on January 7th. No really rest advantage angle for these two teams. Yes, we do like betting Memphis in Memphis. They go crazy there. They cover there. But my play here is I am on the full game under 229.5. I think, like I said, these teams have already matched up twice this season. Both of those games have gone under this total. I think it kind of is the same thing. Like I said, Phoenix is the better team. Yes, they should win and cover this. Memphis is not good. They're not good at all. Like I said, they're out of the playoffs. They're tanking. They don't want to win games. Even though they're at home, they're not competing. Well, let me not say that. They are competing to some content. They are. But like I said, Memphis isn't good. Suns, they need wins. They're trying to play for playoff positioning. They don't want to be in play-in. They don't want to be in the play-in. But like I said, give me a full game under. I think this is a low-scoring game here. I think even if it's a close game, I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. But I can kind of see Phoenix blowing them out to where Memphis doesn't score a whole lot. But other than the under 229.5, if you guys want another play, I'm also on the Phoenix team total under, which will make sense being on a full game under. You would be on a team total under for Phoenix, in which I got that number at 121.5. So give me Phoenix and the Grizzlies under 229.5 and Phoenix team total under 121.5 in this one. Next one up, we got the Minnesota Timberwolves at the Dallas Mavericks, 8:30 p.m. EST. Timberwolves 6.5-point road favorites, over under 235.5. Let me pull my stuff up real quick. Jaden McDaniels is out. Ayo Dosunmu is a game time decision. Anthony Edwards is a game time decision as well. For the Mavericks, Caleb Martin is listed as doubtful per ESPN. Daniel Gafford is listed as probable per ESPN. Najee Marshall, is listed as probable per ESPN. Marvin Bagley is a true game time decision for the Mavs. For the Timberwolves, winners of 3 out of their last 5 games. This will be their first road game since the 22nd of March. Minnesota is currently on a 1-game losing streak. For Dallas, 1-4 in their last 5 games. This will be their first home game since March 23rd. They are currently on a 1-game winning streak. These two teams have already matched up 3 times this season. Minnesota leads the season series 3-0. Minnesota got a 120-96 win in Minnesota on November 17th. Then followed it up with a 118-105 win in Dallas on January 28th. Then they got a 122-111 win in Minnesota on February 20th. And I think the same thing happens here. They've already beaten them 3 times this season already. I see nothing different. Minnesota should come in here and beat them again. I'm going to lay the 6.5 for Minnesota. Like I said, I mean, in all their 3 wins, I mean, they got a 24-point win, they got a 13-point win, and they got an 11-point win. I think it's almost kind of the same. Hopefully, we can get Anthony Edwards back, so just keep an eye out for the injury report for Minnesota. But let me see what my main play of this game is. My main play for this game will be Minnesota and Dallas Minnesota, Dallas under 235.5. Yeah, I'm on a full game under. Like I said, it's hit in all 3 meetings. I see nothing different here. I'm a big trends guy. So if it's telling me go under, I'm going to go under. And I feel like that's exactly how it's going to be. And I'm also on Dallas team total under 114.5. They have not hit that mark against this Minnesota Timberwolves teams in all their 3 meetings. They have not hit over 114.5. So yeah, give me Minnesota and Dallas under 235.5. I know there was money coming in on the over 235.5. So if you want to play the under, just wait. You might get a 236.5. If due, take that then. So give me the full game under 235.5 at the current number, and give me Dallas team total under 114.5. And like I said, if I had to pick a side, ATS, it would be Timberwolves -6.5. Next game up, we have the Cleveland Cavaliers at the Utah Jazz, 9 o'clock p.m. EST. Cavs, 17.5-point road favorites, over under 242.5. Let's see. For the Cavs, Craig Porter Jr. is a game time decision, but he is listed as probable per ESPN. Max Strus is out. Jared Allen is out. Jalen Tyson is out. Dean Wade is out. For the Jazz, Isaiah Collier is out. Keontae George is out. Morgan is out. Nurkic is out. Jaren Jackson Jr. is out. Same old, same old. For the Cavs, winners of 4 out of their last 5 games. They just came off a pretty significant homestand. This will be their first road game since March the 21st. They are currently on a 1-game winning streak. For Utah, 0-5 in their last 5 games. This will be their first home game since March the 25th. They've lost 5 out of their last 5 games. These two teams have already matched up once this season. Utah leads the season series 1-0. They got a 123-112 win in Cleveland on January 12th. This does set up a revenge game for Cleveland. Here in this spot, Cleveland does have the rest advantage on Utah coming into this game, but laying 17.5 points with Cleveland, I just don't know if I can do that. Especially betting, we like betting Utah in Utah. They're a good ATS team at home in the Delta Center. Betting Cleveland as a double-digit favorite, you're kind of asking for it. They haven't really been as good laying double digits on anybody, literally, especially at home laying double digits. You kind of want to fade Cleveland, but in this spot right here, even though this is a revenge game for Cleveland, losing the previous matchup against Utah, and Cleveland coming in with the rest advantage, I can't lay 17.5 with Cleveland. So give me Utah plus a 17.5 at home. Listen, it's just a play on the spot. It's just a play on trusting Cleveland to not cover these big numbers like they haven't done all season. So give me Utah plus 17.5 at home in this one. Next game up, we got the Detroit Pistons at the Oklahoma City Thunder, 9:30 p.m. EST. Thunder, 13.5-point home favorites, over under 218.5. For the Pistons, Amen Thompson is a game time decision. Duncan Robinson is listed as doubtful per ESPN. Tobias Harris is listed as doubtful per ESPN. And Jalen Duren is listed as doubtful per ESPN. Wendell Moore Jr. is a true game time decision. For the Thunder, they're pretty healthy. For the Pistons, winners of 4 out of their last 5 games. This will be their second straight road game. They are currently on a 2-game winning streak. For the Thunder, winners of 4 out of their last 5 games as well. This will be their third straight home game. They are currently on a 2-game winning streak. Oklahoma City also is on the back end of a back-to-back as well. These two teams have already played once this season. Detroit leads the season series 1-0. They got a 124-116 win in Detroit on February 25th. I'm going to keep this one really quick. I already don't like Detroit's offense without Cade Cunningham, but now you're telling me there's going to be no Jalen Duren. There's going to be no Duncan Robinson. There's going to be no Tobias Harris and potentially no Amen. Is it Amen? No Alzar Thompson as well. Nah, no shot. Even though Oklahoma City is on the back end of a back-to-back, this is a revenge spot for them at home, having losing the previous meeting against Detroit, and they're getting a banged-up Detroit at that, and they're at home. Yes, I know the Thunder have not been covering spreads, but I feel as if they should take Detroit behind the woodshed tonight. So Give me the Thunder. I'm going to lay the 13.5 points with them here. I think this is a really, really good spot for the Thunder to cover this number. Like I said, with Detroit's offense already being bad enough with Cade in the lineup, like I said, I'm not going to say that. Their offense is decent with Cade Cunningham in the lineup. Now you're telling me no Cade, no Tobias Harris, no Jalen Duren, no Duncan Robinson? You expect me to still, ride with the Pistons? I just can't do it. I can't do it, especially not on the road either. Yes, I know they just picked up a road win in Minnesota, but Minnesota was banged up. And yes, Minnesota is still the house of disappointment. Now you're coming to the best team in the league, to the Paycom Center. Yeah, Thunder should beat that ass tonight. So give me the Thunder. I'm going to lay the 13.5 in this one. And for our final game of the night, we got a doozy. We got the Washington Wizards at the Los Angeles Lakers, 10 o'clock p.m. EST. Lakers, 15.5-point home favorites, over under 235.5. For the Wizards, Alex Sarr, he's a game-time decision. Trey Johnson, he's a game-time decision. Bub Carrington is a game-time decision. Trae Young's a game-time decision. For the Lakers, Marcus Smart is out, and Luka Doncic is out due to suspension, picking up another technical. For the Wizards, 1-4 in their last 5 games. This will be their 5th straight road game. They are currently on a 2-game losing streak. Also, Washington is on the back end of a back-to-back with travel. For the Lakers, winners of 4 out of their last 5 games. This would be their 2nd straight home game. They are currently on a 2-game winning streak. These two teams have already matched up once this season. The Lakers lead the season series 1-0. They got a 142-111 win in Washington. Yes, this would set up a revenge spot for Washington on the road, but like I said, Washington's on the back end of a back-to-back with travel. Even though Trey Johnson didn't play yesterday, Sarr didn't play yesterday, Bub Carrington played yesterday, but left the game early due to spasms. Trae Young also did not play yesterday. I'm still going to lay it here with the Lakers, minus 15.5. Like I said, they're head and shoulders the better basketball team. They're a better team at home. That's what we trust them. They have the rest advantage. They're catching the Wizards on the back end of a back-to-back with travel. Like I said, it would be Lakers minus 15.5 for me. They just going to have to get it done without Luka. Reeves is going to have to step up. Braun's going to have to step up. Hachimura is going to have to step up. All these guys are going to have to play significant roles. Jake LaRavia as well. Luke Kennard, DeAndre Ayton. All those guys are going to come in and provide significant minutes for this Lakers team. I'm not saying that the Wizards are good. It's just 15.5 points is a lot, especially without your star player. But I trust the Lakers to get it done. So give me the Lakers. I'll lay the 15.5 in our final game of the night. And that's going to wrap up my NBA picks and predictions. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share these videos. It really helps out with my algorithm. Also, go tap in with my boy at Marky Picks. He's giving out free bangers every day. He's posting videos daily. Go give him a follow. Let him know that I sent you. Also, tap in with the Discord that also features myself and at Marky Picks. We post our personal and exclusive only Discord plays in there every single day. Whatever the sport is, if we have an angle, we're posting in any one of those chats. So I will leave the link to the Discord in my description. Make sure you guys get in there. But that's it. That's all. My name is Sean Raw, host of the Bolts to Bush YouTube channel, and I'm out of here.